This is the Executioner build. I call it that because of the weapon's description, and because it cuts through everything like butter. This is one of the few weapons that already comes with an element infusion built in, and it has some of the most unique attack animations in the game. The weapon rune is definitely powerful, but I made this build to just go in and push through everything using only normal attacks. I just want to show you the weapon's attack pattern, so you can understand how badass this thing is. The normal attacks are a swing, then follows up with a slash from above, and it finishes with a long stab. Now, if you dodge roll into an attack, it follows up with 3 swings, each one wider than the last, like a cool Sith Lord swinging a giant dark lightsaber, and they're also really fast. Then we've got another moveset when you sprint into an attack. It becomes a long distance swing, followed by a slash from above, and ends with 2 360-degree spins that hit everything around you. This weapon's movesets already feels like rune attacks. Okay, let's get into the build. And at the end, I'll leave a full Crucible run using this setup with no echoes, just the build doing its thing. Let's start with the weapon. We've got the two-handed Greatsword Mayhem. The text at the bottom reads, "The brutal, massive blade of an executioner who has lost their purpose, but not their calling." Like I said earlier, this weapon already comes with a plague element infusion. I've only found the blue enchanted version so far, and honestly it's a good option since blue enchantments are the only ones that give stagger damage increased. I added another stagger damage increased after kill effect to stack it even more, and finished with stamina recovery. If you haven't figured it out yet, this build focuses on stagger effects, especially since the weapon also comes with 30 base stagger attack. For the gem, the best survival option is the lifesteal gem. The weapon comes with Tremor Slam, which does massive frontal damage, but I rarely use it since the normal attacks are already strong enough. I added a damage surge rune for extra burst. The only downside to this weapon is its very high stamina cost, so we'll need to build around that with lots of stamina. Now, moving on to the gear, we are wearing full mesh armor. For the helmet, I added an infection build-up gem, and the effects are damage taken decreased, plague damage increased, and stamina recovery. For the body armor, I added a health increased gem, followed by damage taken decreased, stagger resistance decreased against infected enemies, and more stamina recovery. On the gloves, I've got an infection build-up gem as well. The effects are damage taken decreased, stamina gain on stagger, since we stagger enemies so often, and again more infection build-up. For the pants, I added a maximum stamina increased gem, and the effects are damage taken decreased, damage increased after a dodge, and healing increased. For jewelry, I'm using the Ring of Broken Promises, which increases all damage by another 20%, the Plague Ring for even more lifesteal, and the Crow Ring to push stamina even further. Trust me, you'll need it with this setup. For food consumables, I recommend the Sirloin Platter for more maximum health and Shepherd's Pie to increase your damage. For stats, I've invested 29 points into health, 22 into stamina, 30 into strength and faith to meet the weapon requirements, and 26 into equip load to stay in the normal weight category. And that's it, the Executioner build. I'll leave the full Crucible run without any echoes so you can see the build working on its own. If you liked this video, consider subscribing, and if you have any questions, leave them in the comments. Thanks for watching.